Imagine yourself in your kitchen, reaching for the pepper grinder and adding a dash of black pepper to the dish you're preparing, as you've done countless times before. Now, what if I told you that the black pepper you're using is much more than just a spice? What if this ingredient, so common in our homes, held a secret history filled with spiritual power, mysticism, and even a certain sense of fear? Black pepper, known today mainly for enhancing flavors, was once revered by ancient civilizations. It was not only used in cooking or to treat illnesses, but also played a significant role in spiritual practices, being considered a powerful tool capable of both protecting and, at times, causing harm when misused. In sacred rituals and occult practices of the past, this humble grain carried profound significance. But how could something so small and seemingly simple have such an impact? Ancient texts and oral traditions indicate that black pepper possessed a dual nature. On one hand, it was seen as a symbol of protection and purification, yet on the other, it held a dangerous potential for those who used it without proper knowledge. Its use was shrouded in mystery, and its true power was carefully kept away from the uninitiated for centuries. From the pharaohs of Egypt to the mystical temples of Asia, black pepper played a central role in spiritual practices worldwide. It was burned to purify spaces, used as a shield against malevolent forces, and even included in healing ceremonies. However, its power was not something to be taken lightly. Over time, many of these traditions were forgotten or deliberately hidden. The fear that its power could be misinterpreted or misused caused black pepper to fade into obscurity as a spiritual tool. But today, we will explore these mysteries together and rediscover the true meaning behind this seemingly ordinary spice. As we dive into this journey, we will see how black pepper was valued not only for its flavor or medicinal properties, but also as a means to connect with forces beyond what our eyes can see. We will investigate how ancient cultures used pepper in rituals to ward off evil, purify the soul, and even influence spiritual realms. By the end of this exploration, you will never look at black pepper the same way again. It will cease to be just a spice in your kitchen and become a fascinating piece of a spiritual history that has crossed generations. Prepare to uncover the ancient secret of this ingredient, which for so long was more powerful and meaningful than we could ever have imagined. Since ancient times, black pepper has been much more than a simple culinary spice. Civilizations around the world recognized its power and used its properties in spiritual practices and sacred rituals. Today, it's easy to forget that such a common kitchen ingredient was once revered as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. Black pepper in Hinduism and Ayurveda. In ancient India, black pepper was regarded as a powerful tool to ward off negative energies. In Hinduism, it was believed to have the ability to expel malevolent spirits and purify environments. Its intense flavor and fiery nature were seen as a spiritual barrier, protecting individuals from harmful influences. Additionally, in the Ayurvedic system of healing, one of the oldest in the world, black pepper was used to balance the body's energies. It was believed to activate the inner fire, known as Agni, essential for both good digestion and spiritual enlightenment. Burning pepper, consuming it, or even applying it to the skin was part of purification rituals, aiding in the elimination of toxins from both the body and the soul. The connection to Egyptian spirituality. In ancient Egypt, black pepper had a direct association with death and the afterlife. The Egyptians, renowned for their elaborate funerary practices, believed that pepper protected the soul during its transition to the spiritual realm. Pepper grains were found in the tombs of pharaohs, such as Ramses II, indicating its role in mummification processes. The spice was not merely a preservative, it symbolized protection. During embalming, Egyptian priests believed that pepper prevented the corruption of both the body and the soul, ensuring a peaceful passage to the afterlife. Influence in the Mediterranean, Greece and Rome. The spiritual use of black pepper spread across the Mediterranean, reaching Greece and Rome. The Romans, in particular, were fascinated by the spice, not only for its flavor, but also for its symbolic properties. Roman soldiers often carried pepper, believing it would protect them from diseases and spiritual harm. In Roman religious rituals, black pepper was burned as an offering to the gods. The rising aroma was considered a way to convey prayers to the divine, while its heat provided courage and strength during times of war. Spiritual symbolism in ancient China. In China, black pepper was perceived as a dual force, capable of healing and protecting, but also dangerous if misused. In Taoist spirituality, it was used to balance internal energies, expel malevolent spirits, and harmonize the soul with nature. Burning black pepper in temples was common, with the fragrance serving both as an offering to deities and as a spiritual purifier. Practices in the Middle East and Christianity. In the Middle East and North Africa, black pepper also played a significant role in mystical practices. Within Jewish mysticism, especially in Kabbalistic traditions, the spice was used in incense for sacred rituals. It was believed to open spiritual portals, allowing divine protection and aiding meditation. In early Christianity, black pepper was incorporated into rituals of exorcism and spiritual purification. Its spicy nature was associated with expelling malevolent forces and cleansing the soul. Some Christian mystics used pepper in ascetic practices, believing its intense heat helped discipline the body and prepare the spirit for elevated experiences. Shamanism. In shamanic traditions, particularly among indigenous Amazonian cultures, pepper held both medicinal and spiritual significance. Some tribes used peppers to address various conditions, such as improving blood circulation. Pepper's vasodilatory effects were harnessed in compresses or ointments to relieve muscle pain, cramps, and inflammation, alleviating respiratory issues. In certain communities, pepper was used to treat colds, bronchitis, and other respiratory ailments. It helped clear airways and ease nasal congestion. Antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Compounds like capsaicin in pepper were known for their ability to fight infections and reduce inflammation. In spiritual rituals, Amazonian tribes viewed pepper as a purifying element capable of dispelling negative energies and spiritual ailments. It was often included in offerings to deities or spiritual entities and incorporated into ceremonies for healing and protection. Its pungency symbolized a forceful expulsion of harmful influences. During some indigenous ceremonies, black pepper was combined with other plants to create remedies, potions, or ointments. The shamans, known as page or medicine men, had a deep knowledge of plant-based remedies, and pepper was one of many natural tools used to address a wide range of ailments. The duality of black pepper in medieval Europe. In medieval Europe, black pepper continued to hold its mystical reputation. During times of plague, it was burned in homes and churches, with the belief that its smoke carried purifying and protective properties. People thought it shielded them from the dreaded Black Death, not only by physical means, but also by combating the malevolent forces believed to be behind the disease. This practice cemented its status as a potent tool not only against physical ailments, but also against spiritual threats. However, its dual nature, as both a healing and potentially harmful agent, meant it was approached with caution by those in esoteric circles. Misusing black pepper was thought to invite negative energies or destructive forces, leading to its use being restricted to those deemed spiritually prepared or initiated. The role of intention and balance in spiritual practices. In all spiritual practices, a clear and positive intention was seen as fundamental. Black pepper amplifies the energy of the practitioner, acting as a mirror of their intentions. This is why those who used it were encouraged to align their mind and heart before engaging in rituals. Practices such as meditation or grounding were often recommended to balance one's energies and avoid unintended consequences. Additionally, to temper its intensity, black pepper was frequently paired with gentler elements like lavender, chamomile, or grounding crystals such as smoky quartz. These combinations created a more harmonious environment, reducing the risk of negative outcomes and fostering a sense of balance. Ethical considerations in spiritual use. While its power is undeniable, the spiritual use of black pepper demands ethical responsibility. Practitioners are reminded that all actions carry consequences. Energy sent out into the universe, whether positive or negative, tends to return to its source. Misusing black pepper for harmful purposes could not only affect others, but also hinder the spiritual growth of the practitioner themselves. A bridge between light and shadow. Black pepper teaches us about the balance between creation and destruction, light and shadow. As a tool, it connects us with ancestral wisdom, challenging us to wield this knowledge respectfully and with clear intention. Whether for protection, purification, or manifestation, its use requires careful attention and responsibility. When incorporated into spiritual practices, black pepper serves as a reminder of our connection to nature and our inner power. Its duality symbolizes the importance of aligning actions and intentions, cultivating a spirituality grounded in respect and ethics. By doing so, we transform this humble spice into a profound spiritual ally, rediscovering black pepper as a spiritual tool. In modern times, black pepper is being rediscovered as a powerful spiritual tool that bridges ancient traditions with contemporary practices. Its use, whether as a protective charm, a purifying incense, or an enhancer of personal power, depends deeply on how it is approached in one's spiritual journey. Your journey with black pepper. The spiritual journey with black pepper is deeply personal and meaningful. It teaches lessons about power, balance, and the importance of intention. When used thoughtfully, it offers protection, empowerment, and transformation. However, it also reminds us to honor its origins and treat its power with respect. By integrating black pepper into your spiritual practice, you not only connect with the wisdom of the past, but also take on the responsibility of using this knowledge for positive purposes. If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe to our channel. Let Black Pepper guide and protect you on your path, bringing balance and harmony to your life.